Stay in this moment, never think about going. Won't you stay with me for a little while?
Watch as it breaks down beside us. When we've risked everything for life. On the outside, always looking in. We'll still hold on to all we could have been. To all we could have been. Would you still take me for a fool if I let give it all away for you? So take me home. Take me home.
Following air turbulence is when series of your seatbelt fasten. Fasten tar vær på toppen, så er det helt på klimaet.
Laugh away the blues. People will stare, asking how
特别顺利。
they lost their minds. And when they get
给
started,
你们看，3个拍一个。
they play our favorite tune.
好。
Heart and soul dance under the moon. When my dreams get so hazy and skies become gray, you'll be the one to guide.
再见。愿你那么多广告给他们减轻，你能赚一点点吧？
哎婆，
我这样能吃吧？
挺真实的，反正。
因为我这样值得吃，怎么重要？
再给我录像。好家伙！
保持直行，走右侧连车道。
未来的新娘要
要上花轿了。
如何去爱？可是你早已远去，消失在人海。后来，终于在眼泪中明白，有些人一旦错过就不再。
挺真实的，反正。好喝吗？
看着有点脆。
好，谢谢你。 啊，没事。
谢谢啊。
我们小时候都有。
像我小时候都有这个水杯。
年轻的时候都是建设大西北。
年轻的时候都建设大西北。
哎呦，
那个时候年轻的时候没有吃的。我10年8的时候，有外公骑自行车过黄河，到宁川去买点鱼。你妈妈小时候那个1粒米，叫人做自己，他那是。
哎呦，
就是因为这个一招，我写信给安徽的舅舅，正好他附近有个火腿肠，需要我们焊工，我们就这么来了，就发了8分钱。
哎呦，
那时候胆子也大，也没有吊令，什么东西都没有，
真好，
就2个人过去。那个时候的鱼才4毛钱一斤，肉才7毛钱一斤。哎呦，那个肉跟鱼都好吃的。
安徽啊？那喜欢安徽？
那个时候好。
最新消息，强烈告诉所有行名者，
漂亮哈！
来自嘉南跳铁车开往镇海的方向。
it's the same thing in the same way all the time. Nothing changes, all these faces keeping their mind cold. Oh, it's the same days to give away, finding things to say, and go to a space to dream away, just for one at the same time, in a different place, in a different way, in a daydream where we all seem to change our minds. Oh, it's the same days to give away, finding things to say,
那这个楼很传统的
哦，真的。
and